Hey, Mama Bears, welcome to my little corner of the world. This is a place where we embrace the beautiful chaos of motherhood, and I'm your host, Anne Marie. As a proud Mama Bear of two, I wanted to share my journey and experiences with Mama Bears just like you. Motherhood is beautiful, yet challenging adventure, and I'm here to offer some motivation, inspiration, and encouragement along the way. I believe that with a positive mindset and support from one another, we can make this beautiful journey even more meaningful. Life becomes even more amazing when we have people by our side. And here in this space, we can connect, share stories, and grow as mothers. So let's embark on this incredible journey together. I'm excited to hear your story and be part of your motherhood experience. Hey there, Mama Bears, and welcome back to another episode of the Mama Bears Everywhere podcast. Today we have a special guest. She's a Mama Bear of two, and this Mama Bear offers her community inspiration and education when it comes to parenting. She brings awareness in mental health and society expectations. Let's give a warm welcome to the creator of Not Your Perfect Mom, Amber Fall. So I'm gonna hit record because if we say like cute little nuggets like this, like I want them captured because you're talking about like TikTok, and one thing I've recognized is like the more backlash you get, you're doing something right, right? And like that's kind of comes with the territory of you growing and you putting yourself out there. Like there's always going to be some negative force that's going to kind of oppose you,
I just
right?
feel like it proves a point with my content that society has set the bar so high with
For real.
cleaning and, oh, no toys in the living room. It has to be Martha Stewart clean, or it has to be like absolutely museum clean. And
Mm-hmm.
there can't be any dishes. It has to get all done in one day.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of overrated. Like we really don't, not everybody lives like that. Not everybody has time for that. And like I even called it
Exactly.
out. I did a podcast on like getting reset for the new year. And I touched a
Okay.
little bit on like tips and tricks on getting organized, but I also called that out of like how on TikTok, all these refrigeration, like the refrigerator being so organized and everything, like click, click, click. And I was like, is that like supposed to just pull us in a show hole because it's so mesmerizing? Or like people really actually living like this? Because it really doesn't make sense to me.
I don't have time for that. For the creators I know who do use it, like not saying like when I watch their videos,
Hmm.
like they do cleaning resets, and then other videos it's like all nicely messy.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's messy, and then it's more of a restock. And
Yeah.
like with those accounts, you just know. Because I
Hmm.
had I had an egg thing, and I'm just like, what's the point? Like it fell on the floor a few times. We had to
You're
replace
right.
everything.
Yeah, I can't. I get the big box from Sam's Club and I take out the box. I leave the cartons on there and just put it in, just
It's more dishes too, if you think about it. Like, why do I want more dishes when I can barely keep up?
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
like, no,
like.
we're doing paper plates. Like, throw that stuff away. Like, I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make like
Exactly.
good decisions because I hate doing dishes. Like, I think too, one of the big things that, like, I'm just gonna be honest because we're on this and I just love
Yeah.
it, is like my hubby would be like, you put so much time and effort into cleaning and to making this and to doing this, and you're making sure that happens, but like the shit that actually matters gets, put to the wayside. And like that shit doesn't really matter. It's gonna be bad, you
Yeah.
know? So it was like, all right, cool. Like, good. Glad that you agree. So,
It's just cleaning never ends. Like your house, like could be absolutely clean, but then like, wait, under the dishwasher, under the fridge, under the dryer, under the washer. Oh,
mhm.
wait, the roof needs to be cleaned off probably, or the grass
Yeah,
needs to be
for sure.
mowed.
Like, yeah, it's a
It's a
never-ending cycle.
cycle. With
Facts.
dishes, though, I've been drowning in that. It's just
Paper plates, girlfriend. Paper.
I need to
No, I'm
I need
just
to
kidding.
start I need to start investing. There's a comment on Facebook. I forgot what it was. Like someone's like, "Oh, invest in paper plates." And then somebody replied, "Yes, let's kill the planet." And I'm like, I'm dead. I cannot.
Yeah, you
I
can't let
can't.
them argue and just be like, oh, okay, like you're letting the algorithm see my products even more
Yeah.
because you guys are all commenting and arguing amongst yourselves.
I just feel like it's never a win though with like whatever you do. And I would rather be on the
Mhm.
side where you're gonna struggle, it's never gonna get clean.
Yeah.
If you think that your house is supposed to be that way 24/7, that my mom like coaching is about to come out. Like I feel like that's a generational pattern that they would have to look into.
Right.
How did your parents raise you? How did your, grandparents raise them with cleaning? Is this some
Hmm.
Did you grow up with, oh, rest, you're bored? Well, you got to go do something. You got to go do it
Yeah,
right now. And then
for
now as
sure.
an adult, you're struggling with, oh my God, the house has to stay clean or else I'm going to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Like I
I
also
always
I'm
thought that
sorry,
too, like you're
like,
saying.
yeah, like, well, I know there's some conditions like with OCD, like I
Mhm.
get that. And like that must, I can imagine what that must feel like, with that. I
Yeah,
don't,
that intense emotion and you can't
yes,
break it. But then there's those people who have the conditioning instilled upon them
yes.
that is like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna have some form of repercussion, or I'm gonna get in trouble, or I'm gonna feel bad because I'm not doing this. And yeah, I was kind of raised in a household. My mom was like, "Oh, we gotta go Sundays, clean, 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 clean," And then like I always thought like, "Oh, if we didn't do this, mom's gonna be mad." So I know what that feels like.
Yeah, I know what that feels like too with cleaning. I feel like it goes in a generational pattern. Sorry, I'm nerding out with that.
No, I love
You
that. I love
know,
it. I like getting down to the nitty-gritty, girl. Like,
yeah, with it. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought here. It's not you, it's me. I do this sometimes.
no, I love this. I love this. I love just embracing embracing the chaos of motherhood, and what it brings. And you can always go back to Forrest Gump, it's a
Oh,
box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
yeah, exactly. You never know what you're gonna get. It's so different. And then like everything is different in like what you get. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm so, so thankful that you agreed to the interview, and I appreciate you so much. Just personally, you have like absolutely inspired me so much. And I thought you should be definitely showcased in a beautiful light because, Miss Amber, you have gone above and beyond with helping women in the community. And I just wanted to recognize you, even if it's small level, medium level, or like putting you on the highest temple, girl, because I really think you are a freaking superstar. And I just going and looking at what you've created and what you stand for. Uh, is 100% like empowering. And I want you to take like this moment of gratitude for yourself because it takes a strong heart to put yourself out there and to take it upon yourself to like go out there and help other people, right? And that's so selfless. And I was just like blown away by just who you are and just how you shine and just no matter even if you are getting kickback on social media and what all that has to bring, like I think it's a that road less traveled, right? You're gonna face that resistance, and it's just it's amazing. I really do think that you bring a lot of awareness to mental health. You bring a lot of awareness to like social norms and social expectations and things like that, and just uncovering the truths behind it. And I think all of us as a collective just need more of that truth, right? And just the reality of what is actually happening and how we can get through it together and that we're not alone. And I really think that you have built this beautiful community and structure around your platforms of not your perfect mom. So just give yourself a pat on the back, girl, because you're amazing.
That made my night. Thank you so much, Anne Marie. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me here. I think it is important to have that community and support, because other moms inspired me to start filming because I've been blogging since 2013.
That's
And then in
awesome.
2020, it really started when I was like, you know what? These other moms are filming their house and it's not perfect. I don't have to be
Mm-hmm.
perfect. It's okay. You know, my kids are toddlers. They don't have to that expectation. I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now. When they're done with that toy, they need to put it back. Because if you're able
Mm-hmm.
to understand that,
Yeah.
no, they don't.
No, they're just so excited and just want to be in the moment, right? That's what childhood is about.
Exactly. And oh my God, I'm happy you said in the moment because I wasn't in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
back, before 2020. I was frustrated with cleaning and I would stay up till 5 a.m., 6 a.m. cleaning and got no sleep
Yeah.
because I was trying to be a perfect mom. I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to keep up with the Joneses. And then when I downloaded TikTok 2020 and then I saw other creators, and I was like, you know what? All right, let's do this. We're going to do this. I'm struggling. They're struggling.
Yeah.
And then more support came in. Hey, this is normal. This is more normal than what people think.
Yeah.
Society has set the bar so high with being a mom, a
Mm-hmm.
housewife. I feel like a woman, specifically with kids, that your house has to be clean.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not cleaning, constantly cleaning does not make me a better mom.
No. And it shouldn't define you either. It really shouldn't.
I feel like it really did, and it does with other moms too.
Yeah.
You
So I guess
know,
that's why we're showing up, right? Is to help break
yeah.
that cycle
Yes.
and really show like it's okay to actually just stop and just live in the moment and just be grateful for what you do have, because there's people out there who don't have the the house you have, the food that you have, or the
Right.
capability to like stop and just go buy dinner and all this stuff. So just living in the moment, like you said, is huge.
Exactly. Like if there's dishes, I'm gonna order pizza. If there's a clean kitchen, I'm gonna order pizza. Or, if there's a mess, we're gonna go to the park. If there isn't a mess, we're still going to the park.
For sure. I
Like
love that.
the mess can wait. That is tomorrow's problem. That is,
Yeah, and like how much of a better connection that brings you to you and your family, right? You're not having
oh
to clean.
yeah.
You aren't having to like stop and clean all this or take care of this and then do dinner. Like, no, you get to like go enjoy dinner with your kids
Yeah.
and talk about your day, catch up on things, go to the park, like you said, leave the house and like actually go and do an activity together, which they're gonna remember way more than you cleaning.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to create joyful memories because, like, before I really wasn't. I would try, oh, we got to clean before we go. Then we would never leave the house. And I was like, I'm done. I
yeah.
quit. I quit. I quit. And I regret not doing it sooner. And like, after making that choice, I love the connection and I love that, that bonding. It's more important to me
For sure.
being present there. My kids deserve a mom who wants connection with them instead of with cleaning.
For sure. I think you definitely answered one of my biggest questions that I wanted to ask you on this interview. And it was what inspired you to start Not Your Perfect Mom and your whole community? And I think you kind of just touched on that, it's way more important to like be in the moment, be with your kids, creating memories, and then teaching other people that they can do the same. Is there anything else
Exactly.
that you want to tell us, like what inspired you really deep down to start?
Okay, so this goes all the way back to 2013 when I was pregnant with Raylan, and there was a page called Young Mamas,
Hmm.
and I was like, I'll be an admin. And then I started to grow it, making engagement posts and engaging, and then like mom content, and then she gave me the page. And then it was at Everyday Parenthood. After I can't remember what year, I changed it to Not Your Perfect Mom because I think Ultimate Kumi, Talia, and Student Bible showed videos of struggling as a mom.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I kept saying I'm not a perfect mom. So I was like, you know what? That's
Oh,
gonna
that has a great
be
sound to it.
that's gonna be my title. I'm not your perfect mom. I'm not perfect moms don't exist. you
Yeah,
know, like, so that's what happened with that. And I'm so excited to be hearing with you.
that's so good.
Like, this means a lot to me.
And that's amazing. Like, what an opportunity too, to be able to take over that. And you have just like grown it like crazy, and just it's so warm and welcoming, like just being in that space. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be part of that community as well, because I really enjoy being there. And, I'm really, really glad that we connected too, because I live, so a little bit real quick is my mission in life is to inspire, encourage, and to grow with other people. And I just felt like you were like essence of all of that. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be in your space.
Well, thank you for being here. That's what I want. I want other moms to know you don't have to be a perfect mom.
Mhm.
You don't like, it's okay to, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle. It's gonna happen. You're like, like whether it's with like internally or externally, everyone is gonna struggle. It doesn't need to be this Instagram house or live.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing I do, raising realness, but I
Right.
so did I tell you recently? Okay, I did have that as a page, but not your perfect mom, the bigger one
Mhm.
got stolen
What?
and changed back to Young Mamas. They tried hacking into my PayPal account, so
Oh
that's how I know it was a
no.
hacker. I can't get it back.
Oh
Oh,
no.
so I'm really annoyed. I just wanted
That's
to share
awful.
that. Like, well, it's under Young Mamas because I mentioned Young Mamas. I just
Yeah.
want everyone to know that if you see a page Young Mamas, it's hacked. Do not like that page.
Okay. Thank you for that tip.
Yes.
Yes, that is, we want to keep everybody safe. There's two things that I want to ask you to really help the mama bears out there just kind of go through their own journey. And I always think that we can uncover some really great things by asking these questions. So, first question would be, what has been your biggest challenge through motherhood?
Probably breaking generational cycles, not listening to everyone's opinion.
Mm.
Like breaking generational cycles for me, that would be moving away from spanking to stop screaming and yelling daily. And
Mhm.
then everyone's opinion, I'm gonna co-sleep and my house is gonna be messy. Like I can't, those standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I love that. And so then follow-up question to that is, for a new
Okay.
mom, what would be your biggest advice that you would give to that new mama?
To definitely do what is best for you and definitely look into postpartum depression. I feel like that is not talked about enough. I had it twice. If you're feeling a little bit off, please find a trusted therapist. And if you cannot connect to a therapist, shop around, they work for you. And also, there's no such thing as a perfect mom.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Amber, thank you so much for answering all my questions and like just being here in this space with me and uncovering some amazing nuggets. I think this unraveled very beautifully.
Thank you for having me here. It means a lot. Like you made my night and probably like the rest of my few days, like I'm gonna have the biggest smile on my face. Okay, so my questions to you are, how do you stay connected with moms and build a support network?
So this is a great question. I really think I need to be a little bit better about this, to be honest. And this is definitely one of the biggest things I would love to grow in. But as far as what I've done so far, with the Mama Bears community group that we've developed, I try to have some open chats. It's been interesting, I'm not gonna lie, because there's so much spam out there. And
Yeah.
I try to keep my gal safe. Like I wanted that to be a safe space. So it has to be very monitored. And, I have to like delete things as they come in or block people as they come in. So it's something that we have to do very actively. But with those chats, it's really helped like people connect in their local spaces. It's helped people find like really true friendships or ask like in-depth questions and really
Yeah.
like raw questions. And people can give like their open, honest opinion right then and there. And they don't have to wait for me or one of my admins to go back and like circle back with them. So that has been a really great tool. I want to get better at that because I really think that there's some gems there.
That's amazing though, creating support and connection. Like, I love that because that's what
Yeah,
we need.
it is. It really truly is what we need. And like for the people that I've definitely built relationships and grown closer to, I'll send them personal messages and like send them reels because I'm thinking of them. Or I did have another women's community group, and it's called Hello Ladies Women's Empowerment. It's just where my head was. I created it a long time ago.
Oh, that's cool though. That's cute. It changes, it's
Yeah.
like it's gonna change.
But
But
with that one, I used to go live in there and like I would give them messages of what like had come up right then and there.
right.
And that really helped me stay connected to people.
That's important. I love that. That's amazing. Okay, next question. What has been the most surprising or unexpected aspect of being a parent?
The mama blues for sure. I was not expecting that.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God. I think
Yes.
that was one of the biggest things of why I started my mommy group in the first place, is because with my first son, I had it bad. I had it really bad. And my husband was like, you need to like connect with people. And so I started the group, and it was my way to like just be grounded with people that were going through the same thing, or
It
like
gets
me to ask
lonely.
questions. And that's how all this started. It was just because I literally was thrown for a whirlwind and wasn't sure how to like cope with it.
It gets lonely being a mom, especially after like having a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happened. Did you lose friends like when you had a baby?
It was I'm more of like an introvert and I don't tell people what I'm going through. So
Oh,
I like will tell my sister and my mom, and they're my closest, my support. And
yeah.
so they knew what was going on and they would come and check on me. But like friends from the outside, they really had no clue because, yeah.
See, I make that face. Here's the problem though. I had friends tell me when I had postpartum depression, go for a walk. It's just a
Mhm.
phase. CPS will take your kids away. And I'm just like,
Yeah. You're like, how can you go from one extreme to the other?
yeah, I'm just like, okay, so that makes sense though, like for those who you truly trust and like
Hmm.
honestly care about you and will help you,
Yeah, where I
you
could be
know.
vulnerable. So if anybody out there listening is going through something like that, please connect with somebody that you do trust and that will love and support you. And like Amber said too, if you do not have somebody, please reach out to a therapist because it is so important.
A therapist you can trust
Yes.
because there are bad therapists out there. They work for you.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Okay. How has your parenting style evolved since becoming a mom?
I used to be a helicopter mom and realized that that was not helping. And I knew that I needed to let go and I don't know, like let go and let God. I think our kids are very intelligent and they're strong, they're passionate, and they're so capable of so many things. Yes, they do need our guidance. They need our love and our support, 100%. But I don't need to, interrupt
Yeah.
their learning. So I think that's where I've developed the most and like switch things up is letting them actually explore.
That's awesome. It's hard not to be a helicopter mom. I don't know if you've seen the mom on the Goldberg. Yeah, I love her, but and
Yeah.
it's hard because like you're like you want to control the situation, yet they gotta learn themselves, and it's like so you're just
Hmm.
gonna stand there like oh with your hands over your face and
Yeah,
nose
for
like oh my
sure.
god,
For sure.
like it's okay. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna get it. We're gonna just
For sure, for
stand
sure.
there. Okay. What's one thing you wish you knew before becoming a mom? I love this question.
Mm. One thing I wish I knew, honestly, like how to raise boys, because I have two,
Okay.
and it's so different than like I had a brother and sister growing up, and I helped, with their process, but like just boys and like what boys need was something I wish I studied a lot more, like had more answers to. I did read a book called Wild at Heart, and this was so helpful. And it was after I had Aiden.
I'm
And
writing this down. Wild.
yes, Wild at Heart.
Wild.
And
Okay.
it is like faith-based, so like please don't let that deter you, but I think the nuggets in there were so empowering because it showed that men are going through this like adventure journey to find themselves, and like there's things that they need in their life to really inspire and empower them, and the more that they can live in that is just how they become like the man's man and just like really flourish in who they're supposed to be. It's a little bit
Right.
different than women. Women are softer and they can find this inner strength, and we're very beautiful creatures, but like men need to have something that validates them. They need structure. They need for you to be more blatant and blunt. It's very like dry. Like just it is what it is. If I could put men into a phrase, it is what it is. And I wish I knew that a little bit more. Um, because I want my boys to be like strong men who are helping society. So was one of the things I wish I would have learned more about.
I understand that because most men are simple. He's a
Mhm.
simple man. That's just what comes to my mind is just he's a simple man. And then they're different than women. And I will look into that because
Yeah,
I
for
have
sure.
Raylan and
It
I
was
think that would be
helpful. It was
helpful.
helpful even for like my relationship with my husband, just to see a different perspective or like things that pop up, like red flags or just like I don't know how to word it, but like just different things that they're going through and just to grasp a different concept, just so you can help them a little bit more. Like it was so helpful. It was so helpful.
Right. I'm gonna look into it and it's called Wild at Heart.
Correct.
Okay, I'm definitely because that will help me and my husband and then Raylan. And then, okay, last question. What advice would you give to a new or soon to be mom?
Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Do not be afraid to set boundaries with friends, with family, in-laws, with spouses, with your kids. Like you are the heartbeat of your family, Mama Bear. And like when you have a gut instinct in your heart that says, this isn't right, this doesn't feel right, it's going against what I believe, it's against what my heart is saying, trust your instinct. Like 100% trust your instinct, and it is not going to lead you astray. It's okay to say no. And I think a lot of people are thinking like, oh, like so and so saying this, or I'm having all this pressure to live up to all these
There's so
expectations.
much pressure.
Oh my God.
There's so
And
much.
just say no. Like just say no. It's okay. Like
Yes.
everybody's gonna live, everybody's gonna survive.
I really agree with that. I wish I would say no a couple of times,
For
especially
sure.
being a new mom, the transition from pre-maiden to a new
Mm-hmm.
mom, it's rough. And then people are gonna push those boundaries.
Big time.
And it's like, no, no.
Big time.
Yeah,
Yeah, big time. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. So I
I love that.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to praise you one more time.
Thank you so much, Anne Marie. Like this means a lot to me. Thank you. This means
Thank
a lot.
you. No, I'm the blessed one here, man. Like I was just like, holy moly, this is so freaking cool. Everything that I was looking for as far as like people I wanted to be in my life, you were like I said, just a definition of that. And so I want to say thank you.
I text you. Yeah.
Yay!
I'm excited. Thank you
Me
so much for
too.
having me.
Of course. Oh my gosh. So I just, again, just want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I know life is crazy and it's always busy and we're always doing something or have somebody to tend to. And I just want to, my utmost gratitude for you to like actually carve out time for me. So I appreciate it.
Anytime this meant the world to me, and I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
But anytime you want me here, if you want to talk about something, please let me know.
Oh, absolutely. We will be definitely doing this again because I think we both have a lot to share and a lot of people to help out there. So we will definitely be doing this again. For everybody out there listening, how can we find you? Like, where can we find you?
I'm mainly on Facebook and TikTok as Not Your Perfect Mom. I do have an Instagram and I do have a YouTube. However, I'm not active on there.
Okay.
So mainly TikTok and Facebook, Not Your Perfect Mom. And I also have a group as well for Facebook. So the page and then
Okay.
TikTok.
Perfect. Perfect. So we will go ahead and make sure that all of her links get put in the show notes and in the description. So don't forget to follow along with Miss Amber Fall and with Not Your Perfect Mom. And she brings so much incredible joy to everyone around her. She is absolutely hilarious. And I freaking enjoyed my time with her so much today. I don't think I've laughed so hard in so long. And I just want to say thank you so much. And, she's building an amazing sisterhood. So if any of you mama bears out there need some support, motivation, inspiration, she is definitely your girl. So we will definitely make sure you get connected with her.
Thank you so much, Anne Marie. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Me too.
Thank you for having me. This means a lot. Like, it means so much.
You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. So thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
I want to invite you to join our Mama Bears Everywhere community over on our social media pages. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We have the podcast. Over on Facebook, we have an intimate mommy community, and it is a Facebook group. And in there, you can ask personal questions. And the idea behind it is to build lifelong friendships, right? With other mamas who are going through similar things, and to know that you are not alone. You have a safe space to go. So we welcome you with open arms. No pressure to join, but we're happy to have you if you do. And I will go ahead and leave all the links to our social medias down in the descriptions below. There's a reason for the season, right? And not all seasons are the same.